In every university setting, there's always this one student who starts every semester with the confidence of a billionaire. Yes. The first week of lectures, they are carrying four notebooks, six pens, a highlighter, sticky notes, and a water bottle. Trust me, that is always the dream of a fresher. Until when you get to higher levels, then you know what university is really like. They sit in the front row, nod at everything the lecturer says, and even ask questions nobody else understands. Deep down, they have already decided this semester I'm graduating with distinction. The first assignment comes out. They say, no problem, I will do it tomorrow. Tomorrow comes, I will do it after lunch. After lunch becomes, let me rest for just 30 minutes. 30 minutes becomes 3 hours. 3 hours becomes, it's late. I will wake up by 5 a.m. and start reading. You know, then you wake up, open your book, look at it. More you get distracted by one text message from your phone and just close it. You be like, let me just chat small. The notebook is still looking brand new. The pages are so clean they could be sold as unused notebooks. Then one evening, somebody drops a message in the class WhatsApp group. Good evening, everyone. Test starts next week. Suddenly, the whole group chat becomes alive. The student who hasn't spoken since registration and now typing essays. One person asks, what chapter are we reading? Another replies, everything. Everything? How can one human being read everything? Then another student says, relax, it's very easy. Whenever somebody says an exam is easy, that's the first person you should fear. The panic begins. Everybody starts looking for handouts they ignored for 2 months. Friends become enemies. Well, not technically. Um, Imagine living in the hostel, trying to focus, and then someone dancing, another person more reading, someone just doing something in the background, others chatting. So tell me, now how are you supposed to read this kind of environment? You begin searching under your bed, inside your wardrobe, inside your backpack, even inside places where books have no business being. Then comes the famous sentence every student says, I will read throughout the night. The reading starts 5 minutes later, you're hungry. You can cook noodles. After eating, you become sleepy. You decide to watch just one funny video before continuing. Then you log into your TikTok. One video becomes 10 until you start getting notification that you have 50 MB remaining. Then you be like, what, let me just log out and then continue with my reading. Before you know, time has gone up. It has become 1 a.m. Guilt enters your heart. You open your distant phone and check the time. You'll be like, gosh, I have 8 a.m. lectures. Let me hurry up and go to bed. Suddenly the words begin to dance. Your eyes are open, but your brain has already traveled home. Then your friend call, guy, are you reading? You like confidently. I have finished 3 topics. On top of each this thing, Era to do this thing, cover up those 3 topics when you haven't even started reading. Meanwhile, you're still struggling with the course title. Exam money arrives. Everybody suddenly becomes holy. Students who haven't entered a place of worship in months are praying with serious determination. Some are saying, God, if you help me pass this, just this paper, I will procrastinate. I won't procrastinate again. That's when you know, oh, you want to be closer to your maker. I mean, what happened those period when you had all the time but you decided not to read? Those that you never knew were your classmates. Suddenly, you start seeing them in school sitting up next to you. You're like, are you a student? And then you enter the exam hall. The lecturer smiles. That smile alone is suspicious. Question one, you don't know it. Question two, you have seen it before, maybe in a dream. Question three, you begin wondering if you are in the correct examination hall. Halfway through the exam, somebody is already submitting their script. Immediately, panic enter your soul. Start asking yourself, is this person a genius or are they simply tired? You know, finally the exam ends. Outside the hall, everybody suddenly remembers the correct answer. That's when pain truly begins. One friend says four was very simple. Simple, you didn't even answer question four. Another says, I think I was called 90. You just smile and walk away because protecting your peace is more important than comparing answers. Then, after all the stress, all the sleepless night, all the promises, a new semester begins. You buy fresh notebooks, fresh pens, fresh highlighters. You sit in the front row again. And once again, you see the most dangerous sentence in university history. This semester, I will start reading from day one. The circle continues. To be honest, you have you ever planned to read early before you end up reading because fear became your partner? Tell me how you keep coping as a student, how you juggle your life. Group assignments are one of life's greatest mysteries. Imagine being grouped with five people in one group. You meet different characters, and the ones that will provoke you, the ones that don't participate, they are just waiting for another person to do, the ones that don't reply to the group at all. One person disappears, one keeps saying, I will do my part. Another sends a like, thumbs up, just reacts to every message. Another person suddenly becomes the group president, reminding everybody about the deadline. Then there's that one innocent student who ends up doing everything. One presentation, or let's talk about the attendance part. You know, you arrive just 2 minutes late. The lecture has barely started, but somehow your name has already been marked absent. Meanwhile, the student sitting beside you has been sleeping since the first slide, yet they are marked present. More university in this country is not easy. It is not easy. It's not for the weak. That's where that statement comes in. So, in case you are all wondering what made me decide to make this recipe, I've been thinking. I have been making the regular rice and beans. Why don't I try something new, something out of the whim? So I thought of making rice and beans fried rice. Yep, you heard me right. Rice and beans fried rice. I was so in my feelings. I was like, let me just try this thing and see. I bought some liver. I just bought the natural ingredients down and got cooking. And at the end of the day, trust me, this dish was a top notch. It was a top notch. So let me tell you people a very short story. There was a time when people looked down on rice and beans. They call it the struggle meal. The kind of food you ate only when money was tight. But life has a funny way of changing perspective. One day, a young woman invited her friends over for lunch. They expected something expensive and fancy. When she placed a plate of rice and beans on the table, the room went silent. Some smiled politely, while others secretly wished for something else. Then they took the first bite. The conversation stopped. The laughter faded. Everyone was too busy enjoying the meal. Before long, they were asking for second serving and even requesting the recipe. That day, they learned a lesson they will never forget. It's not the price of a meal that makes it special, it's love, care, and flavor behind it. So the next time someone tells you rice and beans is just an ordinary meal, smile because ordinary ingredients in the right hands can create unforgettable meal. Yep. You heard me right. Yeah, by the way, happy new month. Happy first day of August. Hope you all have the best experience this month has to offer. And thank you for supporting Bliimzzy's Kitchen. I always remember you guys. Without your support, I know I won't be nothing. So thank you for all the love, the comments, and those that view without saying anything. I appreciate it. If you're yet to subscribe, please hit that button now. Thank you for watching.